This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, a lot of people are talking about if Trump wins, he's going to fire Gary Gensler right away, and then he's going to appoint Elon Musk or somebody else who's going to run the SEC and go after the bad actors. Let me explain something to you guys. And I was having this conversation with CSI a few days ago. Okay, and CSI was doing the research, and CSI and I were discussing the fact that you cannot just appoint somebody and they become the head of the SEC. It does not work like that. Can Trump fire Gary Gensler on January 12th or whatever day, the day after the inauguration? Of course he could, and that's if he wins. But that's not the issue. No matter who is the president of the United States, they can fire people, but getting somebody else to replace them is a process. They can't say, Trump can't just say, okay, Elon Musk, you're not a head of the SEC, and then he's running the SEC. It doesn't work that way. They need congressional approval. He can nominate people. Trump can nominate someone. Kamala can nominate someone. And then they got to go in front of Congress and prove that they're worthy of the position. And then Congress will vote. And if Congress doesn't vote them in, then they have to find somebody else to recommend. So anybody that thinks that Gary Gensler is going to be fired on day one, and then on day two, there's going to be some pro-retail person running the SEC, that's not going to happen. So if y'all think that's going to happen, you are living in a dream world. That's not going to happen. And then you have to understand something. These politicians in Congress, they are owned by the bad actors, okay? And this is just my opinion. This is what I've seen. This is my analysis of everything I've seen over the past 4 years. The bad actors control the politicians. Do you think they're going to vote in somebody who is going to be very pro-retail investors, who is going to want to hold the bad actors accountable and force the DOJ and the SEC to do their job? I don't think so. This is just my opinion. I could be totally incorrect. But I don't think so. I don't think Congress is going to vote in anybody who's going to be pro-retail, who's going to fight for a fair and transparent stock market. I believe our only hope is in civil court. I believe civil court is going to expose a lot of the fraud and corruption in the market. And I believe that's going to force the DOJ and the FBI and maybe even some politicians to step in and hold the bad actors accountable. But for any of you guys who are sitting around thinking that day one, Gary Gensler is going to be fired, and day two, some pro-retail guy is going to be running the SEC, that is not going to happen, okay? It's not going to happen. So you guys can forget about that. No matter who wins, whether it's Trump or Kamala, it's not going to happen overnight, if at all. Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.